What's good, y'all? It's your boy Untamed. Yeah, boy.
Shit.
Coming at you live for another episode of the Man What podcast. Man, what?
Man, what?
I'm here with my favorite co-host, Khalil Jamal. You know it go down every single time we touch this mic, man. So
Yes,
what's
sir.
up? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good,
Another
man.
podcast.
Another podcast. Another week of good potting from the Man What. We back though. You know what I'm saying?
We bite.
We back, man. I'm trying to stay more consistent. It's really me, y'all. It's really me. But we back. We here to talk about some shit, man. I know y'all love our hip hop opinions. And if you don't, fuck you.
Fuck
Nah,
you. That's
but
how I've been felt.
shit, if you don't, then you're not even supposed to be watching this. You wouldn't even see this if you don't fuck with it a little bit. So
Exactly.
what's up?
And
What's up?
Our last pod hit a little 100 views or whatever. I'm
Okay.
like, damn, okay.
Okay.
You know, people watching it.
Niggas want to talk. They want to see what's up.
That's
They want to
decent.
tap in. I feel it.
That's
But
decent.
shit.
Minimal promo, guys.
Just a little bit.
That's all
Sounds
y'all,
slight.
man. So pat
Sounds,
yourself on the back.
sounds slight. But yo, Gam, we see you tapped in. What's up? What's up with you?
Every time. Shout
What's
out all
up?
our new followers, all our new subscribers, everybody that's just tapping in, man. We love y'all. We appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. But we do have a pretty full docket today. So let's hop in this motherfucker. Where do you want to start? You want to start with new Gunna? You want to start with Thug? What's up? I'm ready.
We could start with the Gunna. We
Okay.
could start with Gunna's new album.
Okay. So last Friday, I don't know what the date was, Gunna dropped a project. It's called The Last One. It's 25 tracks. Now I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. You know, Brian called me, or I called Brian. I was listening to it, so I'm like 7 tracks in, and so far I like it. It sounds like uniform Gunna to me. It sounds like this is him locked in. Here you go. You know, I did think it was interesting because I heard 2 songs at the end. I heard Won't Stop and I've heard Him All Along. And I just think it's dope to end the album with Him All Along for some reason. I don't know why. Like, this is your last one. The significance of that name being from him leaving YSL. This is his last album to the label. And to name the album Last One and to name the last song on the album Him All Along, I feel like that's Gunna throwing his little shots at Thug or throwing his little shots at the old people that used to fuck with him that don't fuck with him no more since the case. And you know, Thug is showing that he feels the same way because a snippet with Lil Baby from Lil Baby's new album, I think it's called Dominique, or it may be like a mixtape he's dropping, I forgot. But they said that well, in the snippet that leaked, it was Thug saying, I only fuck with you because of Troop. I don't know who Troop is, but I guess that's somebody they got in common as like a friend, family member or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said, I only fuck with Gunna because of Troop. So Thug is throwing his shots too. So I think this is the first time that both of them openly are saying shit like, yeah, I don't fuck with that other side and I don't fuck with that other side. Because at first, when Thug came home, it was more like quiet on both ends. Like Thug would say little shit, but then, you know, he may delete it, or, you know, he might not say anything at all, but he might like a post or something that insinuates it. And then Gunna was always quiet about it. Even on this album, I've read some some reviews prior to listening that's saying, "Oh, Gunna throwing shots at Thug on the album," so Gunna's returning, his little jabs too. So, I just think it's interesting where they're both at in their careers, because here you have Gunna who, prior to getting out, like a little after he got out, really, not even prior to him getting out, because he was coming off a great album. But everybody was like, well, what is Gunna gonna do? Because technically he snitched on Thug. And his trajectory has been going up since that. You feel me? And Thug, since he's been released, he's released a few records, but I think he's yet to catch that one, that smash that everybody kind of been waiting on. And for them to be at this crossroads at this point in their careers, I just think it's very interesting. I want to get your opinion on it though.
I like the album.
Yeah.
I like the album. It was a smooth listen.
Yeah.
Lot of dope tracks on there. I really mess with Gunna. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a couple of Thug songs that are pretty dope too.
Yeah.
So I can't just count Thug out, right? But as far as their friendship goes, there's no friendship. And there shouldn't be. Because I don't, regardless of what anybody says, Thug snitched on Gunna, bro. We seen it in black and white. There's no speculations. There's no this or that. Like, Thug snitch. And sorry, not Thug. Thug would never snitch. I mean, Gunna. Gunna snitched on Thug, and he snitched on the whole gang. It wasn't really just Thug. He snitched on the whole gang.
Yeah.
So I see where the animosity comes from that side, the YSL side, the gun. I mean the Thug side. You know what I mean? As of late, yeah, there has been a little shots, and I don't think it's the fault of Gunna that the shots are being thrown, because when Gunna first came out, he was shouting Thug out. He was basically like trying to plead his case to Thug, subliminally saying he's sorry. You know what I mean? Saying this and that, as a lot of snitches do. A lot of snitches wanna try to make it cool with the other side, but we know Thug, bro. Thug is a real street nigga, bro. Even though he was wearing them dresses, even though he was wearing lipstick and being a feminine when he first came out, if your ears to the streets, then you know that Thug is a real street nigga. And no matter what, he doesn't mess with what Gunna did, and I don't think that right now that he could say it just straight up, fuck Gunna. He has to throw little subs. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it's to his benefit? No, I don't. And I don't, at this point, I don't think Thug really gives a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think he cares.
If it's to his benefit. He doesn't care about, if I link up with Gunna, it'll be a great album or a great song or this and that. He doesn't give a fuck. He's standing on his principles, and he's saying fuck Gunna no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. Because street niggas have a certain code, and once you break it, it's fuck you. So I think it's messed up that their friendship went that way, because before all of this shit happened, Rico and all of this, they were on a upward trajectory. Him, both of them together, was making hit songs
for sure.
You know what I mean? They had that Push Peace song that went crazy, and you said it last pod, and I agree. I think that Gunna is strictly music. He's trying to stay on the music tip, as he should, because if he goes too long without putting out music, he's gonna fall off, because people are gonna start to side with Thug. But as far as like Thug having a hit song or whatever, he hasn't put out nothing, bro. Before this, Thug wasn't just a hit after hit after hit artist, bro. Thug would put out music and he just let it live. and we'd pick a song. Us fans would pick a song and be like, "Oh shit, this shit right here is hard," and that's what would push Thug up. It's not like he
Yeah.
was known for making hits back to back to back. He was hot at the
Yeah.
time, and like I said, he just had that certain sound.
Nah,
And
that's
and
true.
and when he was out, he wasn't really like, we're not gonna sit here and act like everybody was like, "Oh shit, Thug's hard," and blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah,
Nah, nah,
yeah.
nah, nah. I think that this case and him beating it really garnered a lot of like more street esque type of fans to flock towards him. Um, but what I will say, in closing out this, Thug is on the clock. I don't care what nobody says. Thug is on the clock. Wanna has put out at least 2 3 albums. You know what I'm
Three.
saying?
This the third
He's
one since he been out.
3 albums. He's had a hit. He's had multiple hits. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that Thug taking that stance against him. All right, that's cool. Do what you got to do, but you got to have a hit song, especially because they're both artists. They're both music. You know what I'm saying? So if Thug doesn't come out with a song that's on the radio, a song that's on people's playlists pretty soon, I think that his opinion is just gonna start to dwindle down. We just don't give a fuck, and a lot of fans don't really care that Gunna snitched or whatever, because he's making good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so if you're gonna stand on them street principles, at least come out with a hit, Thug. If not, Thug on the clock, bro. It's been a minute since Thug been out, and we haven't really heard nothing that's crazy. Like, okay, we hear these little snippets on other people's album, and we hear this and that. It's cool, but where's that hit, Thug? And I think that his
Yeah.
clout, as far as you, because you know when you first get out of prison or whatever, that first couple months, all the way up to a year, like people are really anticipating what you're gonna put out. But I think at this point, people are starting to be like, who cares? Gunna done
Yeah.
put out 3 albums already. You don't even have a hit, so you know. So that's how I feel about it. I love the Gunna album. I fuck with it. It's dope. Thug, you on the clock, bro. Put out some good music, bro.
We just need an album. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, we just want to hear an album. Like that's all I want to hear. Like how you gonna put it together? Like who gonna be on the album? Obviously, we know who the cast for Thug's album is probably gonna be. Um, I wonder if he's making it with Metro. Like I wonder if he's locking in with one producer or if he getting beats from everybody. Like I think it would be dope to see Thug with just one producer. Like lock in with Metro, lock in with whoever. You feel me? Like you could lock in with Mike Will, like anybody. But I feel like for this album, he just got to lock in with one producer. That way, they got a vision for where it's supposed to go, as opposed to him just collecting a collection of music and then putting it together as an album. Like I feel like at this point, you need uniform, just great music that works. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like you just need it to work. Like I don't feel like it needs to be overthought. It don't need to be overdone. Like it just need to be good listening music. Cause I feel
Yep.
like at this point you even hinder in the shit that you could talk about. You feel me? So you might as well just take it to easy listening. You feel me? Like, and I know that might be tough for niggas, but you know, I think just a good album will do. Like you already got the respect. The respect is through the roof. Can't nobody tell Thug shit about his respect in the streets. Like I feel like he went to the longest running state. I mean, longest running case in Georgia state history, and beat it technically. Got out. Well, didn't beat it, but he got out, and you didn't tell on nobody. Like you got all the respect, but now it's time to do what we love you for, which is that music. And Gunna got 3 of them, man. You know, and that snippet didn't even come from a Thug album. It came from a Baby album that's
Yeah.
coming, and you know that leads us into the next topic with Baby. He recently went on stream with Plaque Boy Max. If you don't know who Plaque Boy Max is, I mean, obviously I know, like he's a streamer, but um, Baby was on there basically just they were just making fun of Max. Like Max was doing his little 1-2 shit that he be doing, like his little weird shit he do, like with the when the beats come on, he dance all fucking like extra aggressive and shit. But like, V's was there, Baby was there, and one of the parts of the stream that went viral was when Baby basically told Plaque Boy Max, I want to make half of what the stream make, and like, a lot of people felt like that was Baby overreaching because Plaque Boy Max had already paid him an upfront fee for him to show up. So now that discussing the money I make on stream, the shit that I basically make to bring you niggas on stream, and you trying to like bully me on some shit. So a lot of people felt like, Baby overstepped his boundaries with that. And, a lot of other people were like, nah, Baby a businessman. Like, it's supposed to be like that. Like this is, artist taking back control. Like, he understanding his worth. So I don't know. I just think it's a thin line between showing your worth or knowing your worth and overstepping boundaries, because I don't think Baby would do that to his record label. You know what I'm saying? Like his distribution company, the people that cut his checks. I don't think he'd do that. Like maybe he would. I don't know. But I don't think he'll do that in that same manner. I think he would have his lawyers look into it and they will handle it a certain way. So for niggas to go on stream and, low key try to bully Plaque Boy like that, I was like, man, that ain't cool.
Yeah.
That ain't cool. Because you asking this man to open up his books. Why is that any of your business? You know what I'm saying? And, Plaque Boy was standing on business. Like, Baby was like, somebody donated $1.96 to me. And that nigga Plaque Boy Max was like, nah, that's my dollar, nigga. That's my dollar. Mm-hmm. So, he was basically just trying to stand up for himself any way he could on that motherfucker. But, I want to know what you think. Do you think that's Baby knowing his worth as an artist and knowing what value he brings to somebody's platform like Plaque Boy Max? Or do you think that's him overstepping the boundaries of like business and I guess you would call it like a talent, so to speak? Like that's business and talent. That's like a business or a talent trying to see what's going on in the business. Like, and it's like, yo, we pay you an upfront fee, and that's all you really need to know. If you want any extra money, then just put that on your fee. Don't try to then come into my books. So what do you think about that?
I think that there's two sides to this argument. On Baby's behalf, Lil Baby's behalf, I get where he's coming from as far as like being a businessman, as far as like, because that's how businesses run. Businesses,
right?
Yeah, there is the initial fee, but there's also splits. There's also how are we going to break down what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And Baby is a big name. Baby's a big artist. He just came off of a decent album. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I get him there. But I also understand where like Plaque Boy Max is coming from. It's like now by no stretch of the imagination are these streamers broke, bro. Streaming is the new way to get money as far as like entertainment goes. So these motherfuckers got bread. But I just think that the way that Baby carries himself on stream, because this isn't the first time that he's done that. Mm-hmm. He actually tried to do that shit with Neon too. When they were at a basketball game, Neon just wanted him to pop into the stream and you know what I mean? But Baby was on some shit like, I'm not gonna be on your stream if you're not gonna pay me. I'm not gonna do this and that if you're not gonna pay me. And I mean, half of me wants to respect that, give me my bread. But the other half is kind of like the way that Baby goes about it. He's being a fucking dickhead. You know what I'm saying? All that shit that you're you're live. You know what I'm saying? You're live. You're on his stream. Why the fuck is that something that you want to talk about while you're on stream with the nigga? You know what I'm saying? It's almost disrespectful. It's like you don't respect my stream enough to have us have a good stream. Why is Baby talking about the splits and shit on stream? Why is
Yeah.
that the most viral point? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Why is that the most viral thing about this link up between Plaque Boy Max and Baby? Why is the most viral thing of you asking me to split my shit while we're on stream?
My
And I just
stream
feel like,
revenue on stream.
yeah. Now I understand where
Yeah.
Baby's coming from, but it's just the way you go about. It's certain ways that you go about things, and I don't feel like asking the streamer on stream is the way for you to do it. He could have
Yeah.
did the stream. He could have had fun. You know what I mean? And he could have talked about that off camera. And I'm sure Black Boy Max would have been open to talking about that off camera. But when you
Of
talk about
course.
it on camera, you kind of like put him between a rock and a hard place, because now he has to respond. And now everybody's listening. And I think a lot of business dealings like that should be behind closed doors. It should be between two parties. It shouldn't have a fucking glass window for all of us to look and see
Yeah.
and hear. You know what I mean? And also, I think like Lil Baby, when he gets on these streams, and like I said, he's a big artist, bro, but he has some type of bravado about himself. It's like he carries himself like, nigga, I'm Lil Baby. Like, and it's crazy because when he did a interview, he was basically saying that he's real selfless and that he doesn't really see himself as a superstar. But then when you get on Plaque Boy Max stream and you really like you're clowning him. You know what I'm saying? It's like the point of this. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's my nigga Plaque Boy Max. You know what I mean? I'm up here. I'm just showing love to his stream. No, it was like, this nigga paid me. All right, I'm gonna sit with you, nigga. Like,
Basically.
nigga, you're lame. Your beats are trash, nigga. I'm a rap, but nigga, I'm a freestyle the whole shit, nigga. I'll make it in
Then
10
he had,
minutes.
then he had like his engineer, like, you do it type shit. Like, people were saying that's because he could ask for a larger percentage on the record when it comes out if his engineer did it, which I understand, but it's still like,
Yeah, but look.
on
Why the
stream
fuck?
it looks crazy.
Why do you need all, nigga? All you talk about is how many millions you got, and 40
Yeah.
million a year is nothing to you, and all of this and that, bro. Like, Black Boy Max is in the music industry. Come on, bro. He's a little dude. You know what I mean? Especially compared to a Lil Baby who's had platinum after platinum after platinum.
Of
so
course.
it's like, bro.
You know what though?
First of
I
all-
will say this. Like, give it some time. Somebody like Plaque Boy Max could definitely out earn somebody like Lil Baby for sure, because Plaque Boy Max's revenue comes in more consistently than I think a Lil Baby's would. You know what I'm saying?
I just think Lil Baby's being a bitch about it. Like, you're being a fucking dickhead. You're getting on my stream. You're clowning me.
Yeah.
You're not really fucking
And I was
vibing
gonna
with
say
me.
this.
And you're treating me like a little bitch, and then on top of you treating me like a little bitch, you're only asking me for money. You're like, oh, you made $1? Like, that's my dollar. Like, whether he's playing or not, I don't like him playing that role. Like, stop being a fucking dickhead. Just get on there, vibe out, because all in all, regardless of what Lil Baby thinks, if he's being a businessman or whatever, it's still perception online, bro.
Yeah.
And Plaque Boy Max has a lot of people watching him, and to them, you look like a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You look like you're bullying their favorite streamer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And that doesn't look good for you.
And I was gonna say, like, I think it's a lack of knowledge about the business of streaming on Lil Baby's part, because think about this. If my fans feel like you're bullying me for money, do you think that's gonna inspire them to keep donating money? No. Then that means overall, the stream is gonna make less money because you're on this motherfucker acting crazy. And they like, nigga, I'm not about to tip. If I'm not about to tip or send money, if he trying to bully Plaque out of this money, nigga, I'm not sending nothing. So now the stream probably done made like, nigga, half or even less than what it usually would, and then you busting down less money. So you kind of fuck yourself in the end either way.
And I think that Lil Baby thinks that he's gonna that like him being on stream is gonna make Plaque make X times more, 2, 3, 4 times
Yeah,
more than he would
nah,
have
it's
made
not,
regularly.
nigga.
And I
Probably
don't
like
think that
point.
it
It'll be,
is.
but it's doing like 0.5 more.
People tune in to see Plaque Boy Max,
Yes,
and they're seeing him with you. It's not
they
like they're tuning in to see you, bro.
they
And
don't
that's where a
understand how
lot of these
big these
people are
niggas
fucked
are.
up.
They don't understand how
Yes.
big these niggas are, bruh. Like for real, for real. They do not
Like
understand how
you're
big
not
these
Drake,
niggas
bruh.
are.
You're not Drake.
You know
You're
what I'm
not Drake.
saying?
You're not Kendrick. When you get on a stream and they announce Drake or Kendrick is gonna be, or Taylor Swift is gonna be
Yeah.
on there, then it's like, oh shit, like yeah, okay, people may just tune in just to see them. But it's like, little baby, you're a tier below that, and you're thinking that you're on this A tier list when you're not, bro. You're not. You're not. You're a B tier artist now.
Yeah.
Regardless whether you want to think about it or not. And I'm not saying B tier is bad, but what I am saying is that you think that your presence is gonna make more than it really is, bruh. And then you want to break down the stream, you know what I'm saying? And I think that Plaque Boy Max, his regular streams make X amount. When he looks at how much this stream makes, it probably make a little bit more. So for the bus half, it's kind of like, damn, now you're taking my money out of my pocket, and you're not only just taking what you made, which is, like you said, is like 0.5 more, whatever the metric is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that little baby being on a Plaque Boy Max stream is gonna make Plaque Boy Max make double or quadruple.
You're not
You know
moving
what I
that. You're
mean?
not moving the needle like that, bruh. You not moving the needle
Yeah.
that for like that for
Y'all,
him.
y'all, y'all gotta stop pretending like these streamers aren't like that, bro. This nigga Rakai, bro. This nigga
Bruh.
Rakai made $900,000 in 1 month on Twitch, bro. And he's a kid.
He's
Like, you know
literally a
what I'm
kid.
saying? So even if little baby would get on Rakai's stream, you think that your presence there is gonna make him make 1.8 million that month? Stop
Nah.
it. Stop it.
Nah,
You didn't
nigga,
double his
that shit is gonna make
Stop it.
make like nigga
He'll hit over an M.
1.2. 1.2.
Yeah. But then so look, if I by myself made 900 grand, this is obviously on the highest scales, but I'm saying if I myself made 900 grand and you get on there and you make me an extra 400 grand, and then you want me to bust it down the middle, that means you're taking out of my
Nigga, not even 400 grand. Like, let's say, nigga, you probably help me make like an extra 75 grand. Like, for real.
Exactly.
Like, for real,
And to little
like,
baby,
nigga, I'm streaming
75
every
grand ain't
day.
shit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're thinking like, this one stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be able to give me $500,000 or $250,000.
Yeah, nah. It don't work like
Shut
that.
up, little baby.
It
You're
don't
not
work
even
like
like
that.
that, bro.
It
You're
don't
not
work
like
like
that,
that.
bro. And I'm honestly, you're falling off, little baby. I mean, you can say what you want. Of course, you're gonna sell records because you're on a fucking label, so they're not gonna let you flop. But I think, man, if baby was independent, they get 20,000 records sold the first week. It just is what it is. Stop trying to bully these fucking streamers, because it's better to have them in your back pocket and have them as an ally than for them to feel like you played them and now they're talking shit about you because you drop music every month or 2 months. Nigga, he could stream every day, and Axe says it best, bro. You can talk about me and your music, and yeah, it'll get spins or whatever, but nigga, I will talk about you every day for the next 3 months
on stream,
you know
every day. Like you like, it's impossible to beat, bruh. It's impossible to beat. So
shout out Plaque Boy Max though for having baby up there. Plaque Boy Max is moving the needle. Plaque Boy Max is really doing his shit, and you know, though he may be whatever type of character that they try to paint him as, he's still doing his shit. You know what I mean? So don't try to get on there and play him, bro. At least pretend, you know? At least pretend, nigga. You're not even gonna pretend. You're just gonna basically say fuck me in my face. That's crazy. But baby did end up still recording some shit, so I don't know. It was probably I kind of feel like everything that happens on stream is fake. So I
But
feel like it was planned.
I was just about to say. Part of me feels like also they could have been in the background, like before the stream, like, hey, kind of like make it a little bit more interesting. It'll be like you kind of low key bullying me on some shit, and I think they like, okay, let's play into it.
Yeah, I think that too. The other half of me thinks like that
Yeah,
shit was planned, and
yeah,
you know
yeah,
they didn't plan it to the T like with a script
yeah.
or anything, but it's like give a
It's
scenario and they're like,
yeah,
okay,
it's
play on
like
to this, play on to
it's like
this.
improv.
So yeah, I feel like that on the other coin too, because if you think about it, it has us talking more. You know, because
Yeah,
obviously we would have still talked about Black Boy Max on
literally,
and Lil Baby, but now it gives it a dynamic to it. So it's kind of like, which
literally,
side are you on? Are you on this
literally.
side or this side?
And
But
you
really,
know,
they're
it's
in the
crazy.
background, like, man, these people are stupid.
And I think at his level, there's no good or bad way to promote an album because nigga, people will hate listen. Like,
Yeah,
so it don't even matter. Like niggas will hate listen.
yeah. But
So
shout out, baby, shout out, Plaque. That shit dope. I like to see that the streamers are being able to break into the industry and you know just have an impact overall and have
nah,
people
that shit is
talking.
fire. Nah, that shit's fire. I'm fucking with it. Shout out Platt. Man, more hip hop news. BET cancels the hip hop awards and the Soul Train awards. What you think about it, man? They said that they're
Uh,
taking it off linear TV, and they're trying to find a new way to present it. But as far as it
I
coming on TV again, it's probably through.
I just don't I don't really see the viewership anyway. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
may look like this is a blow, but I think that they've been planning on this the past couple of years. Viewership is down, but people
Hmm.
don't have cable.
Yeah.
Like if you go and you ask your friends or your coworkers or whatever, hey, y'all
Hmm.
got cable, bro? 90% of them would be like, cable?
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
don't
Nah,
have
that's
cable.
real.
So people aren't even watching the BET channel. A lot of
Yeah.
even me. I'll just take myself as an example. Bro, I didn't watch the BET Awards on TV.
Yeah.
I went to YouTube and watched clips of it. I went to, especially
Yeah.
when Kai Cenat and all of them was. I watched Kai
Yeah.
Cenat's fucking
Yeah.
stream. That's
Yeah.
how I seen the
You
BET
know what I
Awards.
think?
You know
You
what I'm
know what I
saying?
think this shit do what they should do? I think yes, the BT Awards should go to an app, but they should stream it live on an app like Hulu or like fucking
Yeah,
Paramount or some
stream it
shit
on
like that.
Netflix.
Yeah, stream. Yeah,
License it to Netflix. You know how many people will watch the BET Awards if it was licensed on Netflix?
hella
I
people
think
will watch it.
more people would be apt to click on it
Yeah,
than watching BET. I feel like
and
that's like
I
old
think
form content.
on top of that, I think they seen the success of um the Kevin Hart Kai Cenat BET Awards this year, and it was like, oh, okay. I think we got something. We could stream this on the app, have somebody who's influential host it on the app, and this shit'll go crazy. And we'll be able to sell it more as far as like the it's not on linear TV no more. So it's not like these low viewerships. It's niggas with these Netflix audiences, these Amazon audiences, shit like that. So you'll be able to do a lot more with it. What I was gonna say um, is I think it's fine to take the hip hop awards away, in my opinion. And I say that because if you watch the last BET Awards, was not 85 to maybe 95% of that entire show hip hop anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people tune in for, BET. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but people tune into the BET Awards partially because of the famous people that are there. Um, Obviously, those people have ties to hip hop. Partially because of R&B, but if you look at the majority of that show, that shit was hip hop. So I don't think there's a need for a BT Hip Hop Awards no more because nigga, the majority of the music that is being played, nigga, the same niggas you see at the BET Awards gonna be at the BET Hip Hop Awards. If they win in just different awards, I think they should take some of the categories from the Hip Hop Awards and bring it to the BET Awards, consolidate them motherfuckers, and then go on about our days. We don't really need the Hip Hop Awards. Niggas always treated the Hip Hop Awards like a second class award too. I want that to be known. Like these niggas wasn't at the Hip Hop Awards proud to be there. The last time niggas went to the Hip Hop Awards and was proud to be there was one, when they was doing the ciphers, and two, when Wayne performed, I forgot what song that was, bro, or maybe that was the Hip Hop Awards, or the no, it was the BET Hip Hop Awards. It wasn't the BET Awards. When Wayne came out in the little the silver jacket and rapped some shit that we had all heard on a mixtape before. Other than that, y'all niggas don't treat Hip Hop Awards like it's fire anyway. So just take the categories, move them bitches over. As far as the Soul Train Awards, y'all gotta bring that back. That's for the culture. I'll stand on that. As far as the Soul Train Awards, y'all could cut the Hip Hop Awards, but the Soul Train Awards, y'all gotta bring that back. So
I just feel like the amount of money that they're spending on the awards is not coming back.
Nah, nigga, last Hip Hop Awards,
and no business wants to be operating at a loss
at all
for years and years and years. So I think that's what really is at play here.
How much you think they was paying Fat Joe to host that shit every year? Nigga had a residency Hip Hop Awards. 100K? They can't 100K. Even afford. They can't even afford the 100K no more.
But shit, who the fuck knows? I mean, I know that they paid Chris Rock a good amount. I know when. I know some award shows pay. It depends on what award shows. I know the Grammys got money to really pay.
Yeah, but the BET backed by other shit. BET
the viewership is down.
Nigga, and BET just recently sold. Nigga, they under new ownership. The ownership is trying to figure out how to make the most money off this shit. And the audience is not on linear TV. The audience is on streaming. The audience is online. The audience is on YouTube, on all these different platforms. So y'all got to find a way to integrate yourself into this system so y'all can bring back, or not even bring back, so y'all could do the BET Awards in a way that the Grammys does it, because they're backed differently. Y'all not backed right now. Like y'all just existing. Nobody gives a fuck about the BET Awards right now. I mean the Hip Hop Awards right now. Not the BET Awards, because the BET Awards was good. But the BET Hip Hop Awards has been asked for some years now. It has. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I haven't tuned in for a long time.
Yeah, it's been asked, bro. Y'all don't even do this. Y'all don't even do the ciphers the same way. That was the part we loved about it, the ciphers. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a different way to do the cipher. Find a different way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, maneuvering this shit. Y'all over there being lackadaisical, like acting like y'all don't know what the new landscape is. It's a new age. You gotta
like I said, I just don't think that they don't have the money to output to pay all of these artists and all of these cipher artists.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, it used to be an honor to just be able to do it so that they could pay you less. But now that it's at a decline, you got to pay people more because they're like, why the fuck would I do this?
And I think on top of that, the hottest artists aren't cipher artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got done talking about Gunna. Gunna's not like somebody you would see in a cipher. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to talk 21 Savage, Travis Scott, you want to talk,
It's because back in the day, you needed these platforms to be seen and heard across the nation. Now you can just fucking post on your Instagram and have more engagement than you would if you would be on a BET cipher.
That's a great point.
What I'm saying? So
that's a great point. That's a phenomenal
That's what
point.
I think it is. A lot of artists are more self-sufficient and they have their own means of reaching the people, as opposed to a few years ago when you had to get on BET, or it was an honor because you're in front of a bigger audience than you normally would be. Yeah. But now it's kind of like
100%. 100%.
Whatever audience you have on there, bro, I have half of that on Instagram, You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
100%, 100%.
fuck it.
You know what though? This subscription talk kind of lends to the next topic. Um, UFC fans, I know y'all are super excited because the UFC just landed a $7.7 billion contract with Paramount. So all you're gonna need to watch the UFC fights from here on out is a fucking subscription to Paramount, baby. That's it. That's it. A subscription to Paramount. They're going away with the pay-per-view model, and they're bringing their shit to Paramount. They're projected to make $7.7 billion, and I think the comparison to what they were making with ESPN was like 200, 300 million. It was something light. So nigga Paramount put they nuts on the table and said, "Nah, we got you." So if you love the UFC and you was tired of paying for fights, tired of paying for like the main card and shit, or going to a stuffed up ass bar and being around all these smelly niggas trying to watch the fight, you ain't gotta worry about that no more. You can just pull it up on your phone if you got Paramount. So shout out to the UFC, man. That's big. That's big. I think a lot more people are gonna start watching fights now. So shout out to them.
That's lit. That's lit. And it goes along with the entertainment. Like I said, BET should do the same type of thing. Like, at least the UFC knows their worth, and they know that in order to stay in front of these big audiences, you're gonna have to get with the times, and you're gonna have to get with the streaming sites. So Paramount. I feel like a lot of people don't have Paramount, but the great thing about it is that a lot of people do watch the UFC. So this is not like the UFC needs more people to watch. No, it's like a 50-50 split. It's like, no, we're the UFC, and now we're coming to your Paramount. So we're gonna get you new subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a give relationship. So
that's probably gonna be Paramount's most loyal fan base. In the same way that right now, like if you've seen the camaraderie amongst Netflix and WWE, I think it's the best thing for business. Like UFC landing, Paramount landing UFC is the equivalent to Joe Rogan or Spotify landing Joe Rogan type shit. You feel me? Like you got a loyal fan base that's baked in, that's not going anywhere. So, and now more people are going to come because more people are going to watch the main card. I think the biggest value right now is the pool of people you can bring, or the pool of people that your product attracts. And I think the UFC understood that, being over here with ESPN, this is dying, and it's Disney. There's a lot of rules I gotta follow that maybe I don't want to follow. I feel like Paramount, they kind of got a little bit more freedom to let their nuts hang. The same with WWE and Netflix. Like WWE back in the day when they used to cuss on TV, they'll bleep it, or you know what I'm saying, or there's certain shit that they can't do. Right now, WWE Raw is making this comeback to being like what it was like early days when they was wilding on that bitch, because it's Netflix. You know what I'm saying? They could rate it R. So, your viewer discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? So I think UFC doing that is phenomenal business. I think the WWE doing that with Raw.
That's a great big move. Big move.
7.7 billion.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are tired of paying for pay-per-view fights, 50, 60, whatever. Because
we already pay subscription. We already pay so many fucking subscriptions.
That's what it comes to. Bro, it's like I'm already paying this and that and that and that. Why do I have to pay another $50 just to watch one fight one night? It's just not worth it. But I think that the UFC coming to Paramount will bring them way more subscriptions, because people
1,000%
who don't have the Paramount subscription is going to get it now, because now they don't have to pay per view these UFC fights.
100% and 100%. And on top of that, I think this is gonna make the fighters get paid. You know what I'm saying? The fighters are getting paid a lot more money. Like, so
yeah, when 7.7 billion drops into the account, People
You
got to get paid.
got a little bit more wiggle room. You know what I'm saying?
People got to get
Got a
paid.
little
So
bit more wiggle room in that
I
motherfucker,
respect it.
man. Nah, for sure, for sure. So, shout out to the UFC. Great business move. Great fucking business move. 7.7 billion is insane.
Crazy.
But last topic. I think this cool little last topic. Diddy files $100 million lawsuit on TV network for defamation. I think that kind of connected with the Paramount shit, but he's not suing Paramount. I forgot the name of the place that he's suing, but he files $100 million defamation lawsuit for I think a documentary that was made on him, and certain things that were said about him. And I just wanted to say on this topic, I think a lot of y'all are gonna start deleting what y'all said about Puff, because when he comes out and you're a platform with some type of influence, and the things you accused him of he wasn't found guilty of, or anything like that, I do think he has a case on a lot of you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is just the first of what I feel like is going to be many for Puff. I think he coming to
And
see y'all
rightfully so, because a lot of us thought that Diddy was out of there. A
Yeah.
lot of us thought that Diddy was gone, and we were talking about him like he wasn't Diddy. You know what I mean? And regardless of what you think about him or not, he's still a businessman at heart, and he's still a businessman at the end of the day. So the things that a lot of people said about him, especially with these big platforms, y'all don't realize that Diddy has the money to sue you, and it does take money to sue certain companies, but Diddy has that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the money that he lost in this trial, and with lawyer fees and just all these lawsuits, I feel like he's going to gain a lot of it back, because he does have a strong case. A lot of y'all tried to blackball him. A lot of y'all try to talk bad about him. And he's coming for you. Diddy's coming. Like, it may not be this year. It may not be next year. But best believe Diddy's coming for your ass. Like, he was found not guilty of the most egregious charges that were charged against him. And I feel like when he does have his day of reckoning, it's gonna be a long day.
100%.
A lot of people are gonna be at the forefront of his figurative smoking gun, because Diddy is not one to just lay down and fucking die. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Diddy is gonna come for y'all. So I feel like, just how Khalil said, a lot of y'all are going to have to take back a lot of the things that you said, whether it be true or not. And that's the thing. Whether it be true or not, you still fucking had a field day on Diddy. You know what I mean? And just because you think he's locked up, you think he was a billionaire. Like, you don't think he seen that shit? You don't think he heard the shit that y'all said? Like, you really...
No bullshit.
You really think he didn't hear that shit? Oh, okay. Well, just know, man, that sooner or later Diddy's gonna come for you, and it may not be with violence,
Diddy's
but
coming for you. 3,
it may not be with
4,
violence.
You better lock your door.
But it will be with some power behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like after being found innocent of the worst of the charges, I feel like Diddy has a chip on his shoulder. Like,
100%. 100%.
Like, okay, I could be guilty of this and that, but y'all thought I was done. Y'all thought y'all killed me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be back, and when I come back,
and on top of that,
I want your money.
And the reason I know he's wilding like that and he's thinking like that is because, nigga, they won't give him a bond. They will not give this nigga a bond whatsoever, bro. Like, they're making him wait until October 3rd, until his until his sentencing, and then they're gonna sentence him. But right now, nigga,
I feel like they just want to, regardless if he wasn't found guilty of the most egregious things, they just want to prove a point, and they just want him to feel it. They want to be like, yeah, okay, you got money, yeah, okay, you're gonna get out of this, but you're gonna remember this. You're gonna remember this 2 years that you had to do in prison.
Nah,
Like
for sure.
this will reform you to a certain extent, and this will make you think twice about fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Nah, for
we
sure.
couldn't get you for life,
Yeah.
but you're gonna remember this shit, so don't fuck with us. You know
Nah,
what I
for
mean? And
sure.
I
For
feel like
sure.
that's the main thing that the prosecutors are trying to get through to Diddy. Like, you're not bigger than the program, no matter what. I don't care how much money you have, you'll stay in there. Yeah, you got the money to bond out. We don't want your money. You're gonna stay in there. You know, and prison, and jail, like, really, for most regular citizens, when if you're subject to have to go to jail or prison for an extended amount of time, it changes your mindset.
Yeah.
It
Nah, for
changes your
real.
mindset
For real.
because
You don't never
when you're
want to go
talking
back.
about exactly when you're talking about a billionaire, talking about somebody who can have their way and do whatever the fuck they want to do, when you're locked up and you
Yeah.
have to abide by certain rules when you're not used to, it really makes you think twice about going back or putting yourself in the same predicament. So I feel like that's the main point of why he won't get a bond. I think Diddy will be out pretty soon, even if he has to do another year. I don't feel like they're gonna hold him forever. They just
Nah, of
want
course
him
not. They
to
can't.
sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Yeah, you won. You didn't get the RICO and the SA charges, but you're still gonna be in there. You know what I mean? Still, don't celebrate too early. You know what I mean? Chill
Mm-hmm.
out. We'll let you out soon, but don't try to come out and have a party and a ball and all this shit. No, that's
Yeah.
not what's gonna happen. And I feel like the government has a way of doing that to people, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Diddy was involved in some crazy shit, and I think that it's terrible to say, but I think he needed this time. He needed this time to chill out. He needed this time to see who's really there for him, who's really in his corner. I think he needed to weed out a lot of people, and that's another thing that jail does for you. It weeds out the people who aren't really there for you. I think that now Diddy knows exactly who's there, exactly who will ride with him through thick and thin, even when your back's against the wall and people think that you're gonna fall. Ultimately, when if he's able to stand back up, I think that it'll be a stronger Diddy, and he'll be reformed in a sense. You know what I mean? Because this is the longest stretch he's ever fucking had to do in jail or whatever, you know? And I think that for so long, Diddy felt like he was untouchable when it comes to just ruling over people. He felt like he was almighty and all powerful, and I think this humbles him in the most extraordinary sense. It's gonna humble him, and it's gonna bring him to just maybe be a better person. So all in all, you just finished watching another episode of the Man What Podcast. It's your boy BP Untamed. Yeah. Boy, I'm here with my favorite co-host, Khalil Jamal. It goes down every single time we touch this mic. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure you click to the left or the right. We got so many other videos for you to watch. If you're a fan of the show, let us know. Comment down below. Let us know any topics that y'all want us to hit on. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We have all social medias everywhere at Man What Podcast, man. This is Gam Gam's favorite podcast. So if you have a Gam Gam, make sure you let her know about the show, because she'll love it. You feel me? But until the next time, we out of there, bit. Peace.